Is human genetic modification an inevitable part of human evolution? By Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. Human genetic modification has been a topic of intense debate and speculation in recent years, with proponents arguing that it holds the potential to eradicate genetic diseases and improve overall human health, while opponents express concerns about the ethical and societal implications of altering the fundamental genetic makeup of human beings. Humans have indeed evolved to a point where we possess the technological capability to manipulate our genetic makeup. Through advancements in science and technology, we have gained the ability to alter our genetic code in ways that were previously unimaginable. This power gives us control over our evolution in a way that no other species has ever had. However, with this control comes great responsibility, as the decisions we make regarding human genetic modification will have far-reaching implications for the future of our species. The question of whether human genetic modification is an inevitable part of human evolution is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires careful consideration of scientific, ethical, and social factors. In order to address this question, it is important to first understand the current state of human genetic modification technology and the potential implications of its widespread use. Human genetic modification involves altering the genetic material of an individual in order to achieve a desired trait or characteristic. This can be done through a variety of techniques, including gene editing using tools such as CRISPR-Cas9 gene therapy to treat genetic disorders, and the creation of genetically modified embryos through in vitro fertilization. Advancements in genetic modification technology have led to the possibility of editing the human germline, which would result in heritable changes that would be passed on to future generations. This has raised significant ethical concerns, as the long-term effects of such modifications are largely unknown, and there is the potential for unintended consequences and unforeseen genetic mutations. Additionally, the prospect of designer babies, in which parents could select specific traits for their children, has sparked fears of exacerbating existing social inequalities and creating a genetic underclass. On the other hand, proponents of human genetic modification argue that it has the potential to eliminate a wide range of genetic diseases and disorders such as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and Huntington's disease. By correcting disease-causing genetic mutations, it is possible to improve the health and well-being of individuals and their descendants. Furthermore, genetic modification could potentially enhance human capabilities, such as increasing resistance to infectious diseases, improving cognitive function, and extending lifespan. In considering whether human genetic modification is an inevitable part of human evolution, it is important to examine the broader context of technological advancement and its impact on human society. Throughout history, humans have continually sought to improve their living conditions and enhance their capabilities through the development and application of new technologies. From the invention of agriculture to the Industrial Revolution, technological progress has fundamentally shaped human evolution and the trajectory of human civilization. In the case of genetic modification, it is likely that continued advancements in technology and scientific understanding will lead to increasingly sophisticated and precise methods of altering the human genome. As our knowledge of genetics and molecular biology continues to expand, it is plausible that the ability to modify the human germline will become more accessible and commonplace. This raises the question of whether the trajectory of human evolution will be increasingly influenced by deliberate genetic manipulation rather than natural selection and random genetic variation. The human germline refers to the lineage of germ cells that are inherited from one generation to the next. These cells carry genetic information that is passed on to offspring and play a crucial role in shaping the genetic makeup of future generations. In the context of human genetic modification, the germline is a key consideration, as any alterations made to these cells would have permanent and heritable effects. This raises ethical concerns about the potential long-term consequences of manipulating the germline and the impact it could have on the future evolution of the human species. Furthermore, the potential for human genetic modification to confer significant advantages in terms of health, longevity and cognitive abilities may create strong incentives for individuals and societies to pursue these technologies. In a competitive global environment, the ability to enhance human traits through genetic modification could become a strategic imperative for maintaining economic and military superiority. This could lead to a scenario in which genetic modification becomes widespread and entrenched as a fundamental aspect of human evolution. In addition to the scientific and technological aspects of human genetic modification, it is crucial to consider the ethical and social implications of altering the human genome. The prospect of designer babies and the ability to select specific traits for future generations raises profound questions about the nature of human identity, the value of genetic diversity, and the potential for discrimination and inequality. The ability to edit the human germline also raises concerns about the potential for eugenics and the creation of a genetically stratified society. In the film Gattaca, made in 1997, genetic modification is portrayed as a common practice in a society where individuals are discriminated against based on their genetic makeup. The protagonist, Vincent Freeman, challenges this system by pursuing his dreams despite being labelled as genetically inferior. The movie raises important questions about the ethical implications of genetic engineering and the potential consequences of a society driven by genetic perfection. It prompts viewers to consider the impact of genetic modification on individual freedom, identity, and social norms. Furthermore, the long-term consequences of genetic modification on human society and the natural environment are largely unknown. The introduction of genetically modified organisms into ecosystems could have unforeseen ecological effects, and the widespread use of genetic modification in humans could lead to unintended health consequences and unforeseen genetic mutations. Additionally, the potential for genetic modification to exacerbate existing social inequalities and create new forms of discrimination must be carefully considered. In conclusion, the question of whether human genetic modification is an inevitable part of human evolution is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires careful consideration of scientific, ethical, and social factors. While the potential for genetic modification to improve human health and capabilities is significant, it is important to approach this technology with caution and foresight. The ethical and social implications of altering the human genome are profound, and the long-term consequences of widespread genetic modification are largely unknown. As we continue to advance our understanding of genetics and molecular biology, it is essential to engage in thoughtful and inclusive discussions about the future of human genetic modification and its implications for the trajectory of human evolution.